Hey guys, welcome to the first part of a new series I'm doing on how to gain weight healthily. I think this is a topic that not a lot of people would think about, and it would be really overlooked by a lot of people. But I know there's a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of people that have trouble gaining weight, and this may be a problem for their self-confidence or just kind of what they want to do with their body or their fitness, and it might even be a health problem. So this is the first episode of this series. I'm going to go over kind of expectations, and I'm going to, similar to the fat loss series, the first episode is just going to kind of be an introduction, setting my other videos up, which I'm going to do again on exercise and nutrition. And then after that, I'll just see kind of if there's any suggestions or if there's anything that's kind of left unanswered. I'll cover that in another video like I did with metabolism before. So in this video, I'm going to go over signs that you are underweight. It might not be as obvious as some people think, and maybe signs that you're underweight in a way maybe you want to make a difference. Of course, I'm not forcing you to make a difference, and obviously you're not going to click on this video if you don't think you need to make a difference. Then I'm going to go over why you might be underweight, just to kind of answer some questions, because some people will eat so much and they just don't know why they can gain weight. Then I'm going to go over the negative effects of maybe being underweight, and then maybe kind of motivation or reasons you should try and put on the weight and kind of stick to maybe some sort of regime to go for it. And then I'm going to tell you how it is possible. I know it is very frustrating to try and put on weight, and it just never goes on, no matter how much you eat, what program you follow. So I'm going to go over how it is possible and you can do it. Let's get into the video. So on the first topic, signs that you are underweight. When it comes to body mass index, or BMI, is 18.5 is the mark that they say you're underweight. I don't think you can always rely on body mass index, especially if you're, say, someone who has a lot of muscle mass or a bodybuilder. It will say you're obese because of your weight compared to your height. However, obviously that person is very likely to be healthy. But when it comes to more underweight kind of scale or normal, I think it does work. So 18.5 if you're measuring your body mass index. I'll leave a link for a calculator or kind of a guide on how to do that. But the best thing to do is go to the GP or your general practitioner or your doctor and ask them to perform it on you, or just ask them kind of how they can tell whether you're underweight or not. Symptoms of being underweight are dizziness, fragile bones, hair loss, irregular menstrual periods, problems becoming pregnant, poor growth, especially in kids, and then a weak immune system. So if you have any of those symptoms and they're kind of unanswered why, it's definitely a good idea to go to your doctor, and it's likely that they'll tell you kind of the cause of the problem, and it might be because you're underweight. So reasons you may be underweight. As far as conditions go, from what I've read on the NHS website, overactive and underactive thyroid gland, type 1 or 2 diabetes, and celiac disease. Obviously, it is quite likely if you have one of these, you're going to be aware of it because of your doctor or past events. However, if you're not, you should definitely go to the doctor and check it out and see what is actually going on inside your body. However, I don't really want to focus on those for that reason. So I'm more going to go on to kind of underlooked issues such as stress, which may affect your diet. It may make you eat a lot less because you've got a lot going on in your life, and kind of linked with stress is a lack of time to actually prepare healthy meals. It's a lot easier to pick up something unhealthy or chuck something in the microwave than it is to prepare like a whole food meal. Rapid dieting, I think this is a problem with a lot of people. When you're not really educated in a way or how to properly diet, you might just cut something out rapidly. It might all go, and it might just shake up your body in a way that it doesn't really like, and you might lose a lot of weight quickly, which I don't think is healthy. I think when it comes to dieting or exercise, you should do it kind of slowly, building it up, and that's the way your body will best respond. And then a big one, eating disorders, especially prevalent in young women, they've found. And there are specific websites and links that I will leave for anyone who has these eating disorders to check out. But I mean, it's massive in young men, middle-aged men, middle-aged women, everyone. You can get it, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. And I will definitely leave links in the description because it's something I couldn't really speak on myself. But definitely also go to your doctor if you think you have this kind of problem, and if not for anything, for your own health, and so you can keep going and share yourself with the world. So I'm now going to go over why you might want to put on weight in a healthy way, kind of for your own good, for your fitness and your health and your well-being. So being underweight, you are more likely to have a nutrient deficiency because maybe your diet, the reason you are underweight, isn't really holding all of those nutrients that your body needs to survive and thrive, such as a calcium deficiency can lead to osteoporosis or fragile bones, and many more health problems can come from a diet that is really lacking in nutrient-dense foods, which obviously I will cover in the next video on how you might want to use nutrition to put on weight healthily. Another one is a weak immune system. This will increase the chance of flus, colds and infections, and of course with the COVID-19 crisis right now, this is going to be very topical. So if you think you may be at risk of this, then you should maybe focus on putting that weight on to kind of protect yourself. Fertility problems, as I said before, maybe even causing periods to stop. And last but not least, self-confidence. I mean, I think especially young men, it's kind of expectation for you to be strong and look it, and if you're kind of feeling skinny, is what people would say, then you might not feel that. So if it is your goal to put on weight, then you do it for yourself and you'll feel a lot better for it because you're actively seeking out and fulfilling your goals. So to conclude the video, I'm going to show you that it is possible to put on this weight in a healthy way. Despite having a fast metabolism, trying numerous diets, eating 10 eggs a day and failing, you can definitely do it. And the key is a healthy diet and exercise, which is exactly what I'm going to cover in this series. And if you watch it, I think you'll become way more informed. You're going to be able to put on the weight and reach that body image in a healthy way that kind of works best for you and around your life. The keys are to not rely on high calorie foods such as cake, pizza, crisps, anything like that, because that can lead to a whole host of other health problems such as high cholesterol or heart disease really down the line. Because what it's doing, instead of putting on lean body mass, it's going to put on fat, which is not what we want. It's just going to cause new problems. That's why you want to put weight on in a healthy way. So you've got to focus on the diet as a whole. Also, to gain weight gradually, because it is a process. Like I've said in the past, you're not going to lose a stone in a day, so why are you trying to put it on in a day? You've just got to do it slowly. I know it's more painful to do it that way. It's much more challenging, but it's a lot more healthy for your body. You're going to adapt. You're going to just see a lot more smoother process, and it's going to last. It's going to keep going. You know, if you come off that diet, it's not going to suddenly just crash down. You're going to lose all the weight again, I promise. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped, and I hope it's kind of inspired you guys that you can put that weight on healthily. I know it's kind of a bigger problem because everyone is talking about fat loss, I think, quite regularly, and I don't think a lot of people think that people truly struggle to put on weight in a healthy way, and I don't think there's a lot of resources out there, so that's what I'm trying to bring you in this series. So next week or the week after, I'm going to bring a video on nutrition, how you can use that, your calories, how you should eat your meals, and there's a lot of information out there as always, so I'm going to try and compile it into one video for you guys. Then I'm going to cover exercise in the next video along, and then if anyone's got any suggestions for something they're not sure about, I'll cover that in the next video if anything's unanswered. Please do check out my Instagram. I will leave it always in the description. Ask any questions or recommendations for videos, or post anything you want to hear. I'd love to hear it, or any feedback. And remember, I'm doing the 2-day rule. Anything you want to pick up, a new hobby or a habit, I want to see you do it. You don't have to do it every day, but you can't skip it for more than 1 day in a row, and do it for 30 days and show me your progress. I'd love to see you guys grow in any sort of way. Anyway, I will see you next week in the video. Have a nice one.